guys, so this is a haul video, stuff that has been acquired through, you know, a few weeks, months, whatever. I don't tend to do humongous shopping trips where I just, you know, well, actually, you know what, of course I have done those, but they're not a usual thing. They're not sort of the norm. It's really on special occasions. So let's get started with the replenishment part first. So the Skinceuticals SPF 30 Ultimate UV Defense. As I'm sure you've heard me talk over and over and over again, I just use sunscreen every single day, whether it's rain or shine. I don't care if it's like a pouring down, you know, storm and lightning and everything. It's just part of my skincare. So I always use this as a last step. Now, some people say this should adhere to your skin and then use moisturizer on top, but I just use this as sort of the last step. And I think what's really important is if you actually invest money in a sunscreen that you really like in terms of the finish. I mean, these things really do have a finish just like foundation. And this one happens to leave my skin with a great sheen. So it's not a chore to put it on. In fact, I like everything that you put on top, whether it's mineral, foundation, cream, liquid. I just love having that sheen underneath because it makes everything look great. So I think that's sort of the trick. Once you find a really good one, then you will use it all the time and it'll just be part of your skincare. So that's, you know, every day of the year. I think this is probably, it's like $42 in Canada. I think you could find it obviously cheaper in the States. And it lasts for, I don't know, I think I probably have to replenish 2-3 times a year. Something like that. And really, when you think about it, when you add it up, it's really not that much to protect your skin all year round. So there's the first one. And funny enough, this month, or this haul, sorry, there's really not any makeup at all in it. Maybe, well, okay, so 2 little things. But it's mostly fragrances. And I think probably because we're getting into fall now. And for some reason this year, especially, I don't know what it is. I know that your body always goes into sort of these little metamorphoses every, I don't know, 7 years. There's a cycle in it. But I found this year my sense of smell and what I liked in a fragrance and scent really, really changed. It finally took that last sort of leap into a different arena. And I kind of cleaned out a lot of different stuff that I liked previously, and I'm really kind of going more into sort of vanilla, a little bit more complex, a little bit more layered, not as clean. I definitely like my clean sort of scents, but this has a little bit more to it. And I kind of actually have been getting into the Gourmande phase, but not in that sort of child, you know, not sort of like a kid's cupcakey type of stuff. I'm really not into smelling like that kind of food. I really, really love Laura Mercier's body products. Her Creme Brulee line is phenomenal. I use the whipped body cream. I use her hand cream in it. I actually got the bubble bath, which is kind of totally ridiculous for me because I don't take baths. But I loved, you know, it was a set of the 2, and you had this honeycomb thing that you could run under the water. It would just bubble. Anyways, I just bought into the whole fantasy of, you know, taking a luxurious bath and doing that, even though there's no way in hell I will get into bath water. I don't know why. Well, okay, you know what? No, this is how I take baths. I will take a shower and clean myself first, and then I'll take a bath. There's just no, I don't know what it is. It's just sitting in your own filth, which I know isn't what it is, but that's how I have it in my head because I'm OCD. So anyways, so she had these other fragrances for quite a few years that I just did not like. I just, I thought they were really awful. Totally not my cup of tea. And I hadn't looked on her site for quite a while because, you know, I just picked things up at Sephora, at her counter, and I just wasn't even thinking. But this one day I was putting on the whipped body cream and I thought, gosh, you know, it would be so great if she brought this out as a fragrance. It would be so amazing. And of course I'm like, well, duh, let me just check to see if she has. And yes. Yay, she actually did. And so I picked up 2 out of her, I think she has 3 or 4. And the first one was the vanilla, vanilla gourmande, and there's just something really different about this vanilla. I think she put lily or lilac or something, but there's a different note in harmony with the vanilla that makes this one really, really unique, and it's gorgeous. And then of course I got the creme brulee. Oh my god, I don't know what it is. It's just so, I just feel like, you know, French patisserie. And again, it's more, it's not a sort of kids candy type of food smell. There is a little bit more, I don't know, depth to it. There's just a different sort of level of it, and I just, it's so gorgeous. Okay, and then the next one, Pacifique, and it's the Apricot Vanille. So you can see it's sort of a theme going on here. But the reason why I had never really sort of gravitated towards this line is because I've never really liked the packaging. It just seemed to me like spray on deodorant, or, you know, a sort of a mister or something. It didn't look like really a perfume type of stuff. And what I love about this is because it has now in harmony with more fruit, with sort of the apricot, which again, I'm really loving anything that has an apricot. Not so much peach. Apricot has its particular type of fruitiness, and it really, it's hard. It's hard to get a good apricot, but they really, really hit it out of the park with this one. I love sort of the difference. That first smell is not what it sort of dries down to. There's different levels to it. I know this has a huge following. I think it was, I don't know, I don't want to name names. I think it was like Demi Moore, or Nicole Kidman, or something like that. Are a huge fan of this line, and I kind of got wind of it a while ago and wasn't really that great, and then I happened to smell this particular one, and of course it's because of the apricot in conjunction with the vanilla, because I love my fresh fig and apricot as well. So there's that. And then in my last August favorites, I had the Memoire Liquide book of 5, and I was mentioning that I love, love, love the Amour Liquide was sort of the one that I was gravitating towards at the time, and so of course I had to go get the full size of this. Again, another type of vanilla, but this one, rather than it being combined with the fruit, this, or with the lilies and that sort of floral thing, this really reminds me of sort of a caramel, an earthy with caramel and sort of molassesy type of vanilla. And the way it smells on the skin is phenomenal. Well, on my skin, because I know that every person's chemistry reacts differently with the scent, and there's some that it may not smell, you know, that great on, some that smell way better than it could ever smell on you. But I particularly love this one in combination with my chemistry, and it's just gorgeous. So there's that. And then I was talking about, what was that line that really sucked? Which one was that? Oh yeah, it was the Sula vegan paint and peel thing that was just really crappy. Oh gosh. And you know what's so funny? I just saw it written up in a magazine. I can't remember which one it was, but they were saying, oh, you know, it's such a bestseller. They've come up with these sort of like duo pen, made it to go so you could do it on the run. And I'm thinking, who the hell are they paying in marketing? Because no one I know that has ever tried that polish likes it. In fact, it's hands down bin. It's gone straight to the bin. It's just that crappy. So it just goes to show you, you know, if you pay enough people, you might get written up in a national magazine. I don't know. Anyways, the other vegan line I was talking about was Sparitual, and I love their polishes. And I picked up one, and then I love them so much I had to go back and pick up a few more. But I got them all in sort of the nude family. I'm really in this sort of nude craze right now. And True is this one, which is just like the perfect mannequin nails. It's so uniform with my hand. It just really gives you it's a nude. It's like a great opaque nude without it being, You know, sometimes when it's too opaque, it just looks really kind of hideous, but that's not the case with that one. And then this one is Mystic, and it does go on a little bit darker than the way it's showing in the bottle. It's more of a sort of, you know, taupey brown, earthy color. And then this one, oh, it's so funny. When I was putting this on my nails the other day, the first stroke, I was like, ooh, it's like a liquid gold or something. And then, of course, I look at the name, and it's liquid gold. It's exactly that. It's gorgeous. And I love it because I love these mini bottles. Because I don't know about you, but, you know, I've never gone through an entire full-size nail polish without it starting to get really gunky sort of halfway through. And, you know, I think they really sort of picked up on that we really have so many polishes. And they're really only good for a certain amount of time before you have to start adding in the drops of the whatever that thins it out. And so they brought them out in these little bottles as well as full size. But I don't think I'd ever do the full size. I love these little minis because honestly, it would take you forever to get through just that little bottle. So love those. And the next one is the Laura Mercier Stick Foundation. Now this has been discontinued for about 8 months, almost a year. And I didn't know because I had a full-size one and it lasts forever. And I just got so panic-stricken that I decided to hunt down on eBay. And I found this one where it's not, I didn't see the color that I use, which is natural. But I did see a medium, which I think is what natural used to be. I think she went through this little phase where I know that she changed certain names, even though the product is identical. Like the champagne lip glaze is now called something else, but it's identical. And I think this, well, that's what I was assuming when I was ordering. And this one's in medium. And it was so inexpensive. I got such a good deal on it that I didn't mind ordering it off of the internet because I would never order foundation off a website because I'm just too hard to match. Unless, of course, it was a replenishment of something that I already had. But I decided to take a chance. And you know what? This is, I would say, a touch darker. Just a touch darker than natural, which is perfect for the summertime because I'm always just a little bit darker. And so that was great. I think this was maybe like $10, $12. So a fantastic, fantastic deal. Because in Canada, this would probably be $50, $55, and then with tax, God knows, $60 or something. So medium. And it wasn't old. It wasn't like, you know, one of these like super old, like, ugh, what did I just buy? So that was great. And the next product I actually saw in Lisa Eldridge's video. She was doing a tutorial, and I just am so inspired by her. Her videos are amazing. She's amazing. And she was actually using a lip plumper, which I am not into. I think I mentioned it beforehand. And certainly, you know, as you get older, you just sort of accept yourself for who you are. You know, more so as the time goes by. And, you know, I just accepted the fact that my lips were just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. I was losing fat and collagen, whatever. And I just didn't want to go through this whole thing of now I'm going to plump this and try that. And I had tried sort of the Doo-Wop when it first came out because I was just so intrigued by the whole idea. And I think I tried it a few times, gave it away. Then I bought a different one, gave it away. So I have dabbled in it a little bit, and I just didn't like anything. And what got me in her video, in Lisa's video, was that she said it wasn't an allergic reaction type of plumper. It was straight hyaluronic, and I'm a huge fan of hyaluronic acid. And so I was like, ooh, you know what? Maybe I'll try this one. And that's what I did. So I went into the Lipfusion. She said she'd been using this for years. And I got this one in Glow, which is sort of the most neutral and close to my lip color as you could get, because the way I decided to use this was not as a gloss, which I tried with the other ones. I actually used this as a treatment, sort of the way that she showed. So on a clean face, I would put this on first and then do all of my makeup, which takes, you know, 10 minutes or whatever. And by that point, because it does take a little bit of time for this to sort of activate the plumpiness of your lips. And then I would just sort of rub it in, kind of erase it because I really don't use very much at all. And then use a lip color on top of it. So really more so as a treatment, and I love it. And I love the fact that I can tell it's plumped up a little bit, but it's not cuckoo crazy. It's not like, oh my gosh, what did you do to your lips? You totally look like you've been, you know, punched in the mouth or stung by a bee or something like that. So love that. And then the next one is actually a gift from the wonderful, wonderful Blushing Pixie. She's such a doll. I'll put her link below if you are not familiar with her channel, because you will love her. And she's rocking these like awesome bangs right now. These sort of like, I love that sort of rock and roll edgy thing, but you know, my days of that straight across are totally over. My face can't take it anymore, but hers can, and she looks fantastic. She showed this body mist in one of her videos, and I just wanted to get my hands on that so bad. It's an SPF of 70 that you can just spray on your body, perfect for summer. I asked her where she got it. She said Shoppers, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. I hit 3 of them. I hit one of the ones that had everything, because not all Shoppers carries the exact same stock, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. And then one day she just texted me and was like, hey, I'm at the drugstore right now. Do you want me to pick you up one of those body mists and send it to you? And I was like, oh my gosh, I just love and adore you. And you're just so generous. And I just thought that was so fantastic. So she sent me one of those, and I love it. It's so easy to use. You just spray a little bit and then rub it in. It's not sticky at all. Amazing. And then the last products, ooh, gosh, 16 minutes. Just quickly to go through, I saw these on both Gina's channels, and I think I saw it on Gina Bina Weena's first, because I was sort of late in the bandwagon with Gina Love Peace and Lip Gloss. I don't know where I was, but I just love her. And she's shown this on her video as well, and it's the soaps, the goat milk soaps. And when I first saw it on Gina's channel, I wanted to order it right away, and I think I even corresponded with Shelly, who's fantastic, and I don't know what it was. Maybe I didn't think they shipped or something. Anyways, I didn't put an order in then, and then when I saw Gina's video, I was like, well, of course, I have to put an order in, because I've been wanting to try these soaps, and they're amazing. Number one, I love the fact that they're cruelty-free, vegan. They take such good care of their goats. They're little, not pygmy, they're little Nigerian dwarf goats, and they've got pictures on the website, and so adorable. And, you know, I really love supporting a family-run business. They hand make each one of them. There's a lot of care that goes into their goats and their soaps. And the customer service is fantastic. The shipping is totally reasonable, because these weigh, you know, a good, I mean, these are chunks of soap, and I ordered 4. And it had a good weight, and yet the shipping wasn't outrageous. I think it was $5 or $8. So it was amazing. And she sent samples, and you know, they're really just a fantastic family-run business. And I just love supporting it and getting the word out. And what I love, because I'd never tried goat's milk soap before, is the fact of how rich and creamy they are, and yet it rinses to a squeaky clean finish. Can I even call it a finish? Does that make sense? They're so amazing. I was really shocked as to how sort of luxurious they were. They really felt so silky and rich and creamy, and the lather was so gorgeous. And then when I would rinse it off, I felt cleaner than any soap I'd ever used. There wasn't that residue, and it wasn't squeaky clean like you were dry. Because there's certainly been soaps in my life where I come out and I can see how dry my skin is. And on clothes, you know, I can see dry, you know, transfer on black clothes. That's how dry my skin is. And with this, I just felt it was hydrated and moisturized, and yet I just had a great clean sort of non-residue at the end. So I can't really speak enough about these soaps. I just love every aspect of it. The product itself, the company policies, the customer service is fantastic. They're $5, so totally reasonable, because they're really double the size of most of the soaps that I use. They're very dense, and they last longer than traditional soaps. So you know, I just think comparative to Lush, like, I don't know, with this whole Lush craze, I think that they're just, you know, a bunch of wackadoos over at Lush. I mean, I kind of got suckered in through YouTube. For a month or so, I wound up buying quite a few Lush products, but I never went back to replenish anything. Not a single thing that I tried. Even though I did like, I think 1 or 2 of the soaps, I really did quite like, but I don't know. I thought that there was something about them that I didn't really absolutely love and adore. Obviously, because I would have repurchased, and I thought they were just outrageously priced. You know, something this size was like $8, $6, $7, $8. I mean, it was just ridiculous, the price of them, versus, you know, $5 for that huge chunk. And they smell amazing. Right now we're using, well, I'm using the Blackraspberry Vanilla. He's using the Coconut Cream. I also ordered the Honey Almond Oatmeal and the Red Clover Tea. And quite frankly, I think I'm just going to switch all the soaps into using these soaps, because I just really love them that much. So anyways, thanks so much, guys. And if there's anything that you would like to see more of a review on, which I can't imagine because I have just talked my face off as usual, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try and do a more in-depth review for you guys. Thanks so much.